First contact being taken from Vania, but didn't even get to see Neuer before the damage was hit. Mimi stuck at the back of sight, and sure, the Reyna is close by, but the onslaught continues. But it's the captain that holds it down. Finally, they'll get traded out, but not before taking 3 scalps.
Do have the advantage here in the numbers, and they know the positions of these 2 remaining players.
G2 do not want to give Alexis a free kill. If they do, it's just going to be a quick heal up and a quick second kill. That's 4 on the round. One more for an ace. Doesn't get gifted, and it does not. Mel will take it. The Cypher setup though. Could tee up Amy for 1 or 2 before getting out.
First trap already gone. You see the TP in from Rescue, straight onto the scene, but unable to help out. Finally, Fluorescent traded, but they already had the positions to fully capitalize Shopify.
So the next G2 could probably force up and really challenge Shopify's
is well underway. Spike beginning to tick. G2 still not in the sight just yet, and they need to fight main if they want this.
Yeah, they need to tap the Spike, because you look at Shopify Rebellion, you've got Mel in mid, and you've got Neuer at the backside. Sure, you're going to win out main, and maybe even backside. They've just held the Spike, Kaza. Shopify, they may have had a plan,
but... It's the A site, but this time it's the 2 players that strike first.
Door open, Lear's out. Bullets being sent. Either way, still there's just a hesitation about taking the next one, and it does come through. Trading out, still 3 on 3.
Those players, Amy, difficult situation to try and digest. First fight offered up by Fluorescent, spotted out in the open. So too will be Alexis, taken down eventually. Now we need something per mind.
If there's anybody player that can do it, it's Vania. Gets the first inclination of where Flora's hiding out, but has so patient waiting on the duel. And late to Shopify now is Vania popping the Empress, tries to lay down their rain. Still though, the next fight not coming through. Petra's up though, it's raining down. Still the last 2 remaining players. Sarah only recently getting in towards B main. Alexis holding it down. The engagement's been given to them. But it's still G2 who have all the numbers in their favour, giving nothing, suffocating the opportunities. It looks to be a G2 round.
And it will. You have the extra confirmation. Now certainly thinking about it, Petra spots a carve round the corner as the jump spot comes through. Vanya up close and personal, side of the head, Neuer down, the dismiss easy enough.
Yeah, back towards A. It's going to be Mel locking through mid as a late win condition if the spike can go down, but the players aren't even going to get the opportunity to do so. G2 wiping them completely out.
Yeah, a flawless round is how it'll finish. If it's investment, you've got to lay it all on the line, and she will.
Does G2 have an inclination about what lies in mid? Well, Amy knows that they're going to be sent back, and while the engagements ensue, it's still G2 that come out ahead. There are the remaining players not getting a chance to take on 4. Mimi perhaps going to play spoiler themselves. Just on the spike, knows that Varia can hold, and Mimi knows about 4 now. And a 1v1, it's Varia that's only going to win that one out. And
put to the board. But the B play made once more. They're hitting their heads against the wall, but it's from a different direction this time.
Zania's at least got one before they're traded out. It's the Euro clone is actually giving away Amy's position, and well, they'll go down to a 2v2. The players fragging out all left, right and centre, and it's Petra's up that needs to be introduced. Neuer keeps dancing away and has finally seen Petra. Both players will peek out as Petra's dash does not hit.
Mimi again though, looking to steal the headlines with another A display into the smoke, blinded up, not taken down.
No way!
Cross pass and she capitalizes from it. 1 kill, bow drawn, second on the board, Sarah gone. Mimi still alive, still hanging about and still playing in the rest of her.
Their teammate of Fluorescent, and they need to somehow get something back in this round.
The timing is perfect. And so is the same for Fluorescent to step up. Alexis first to make her mark. Now you look at what's left on the G2 side. Gozen stripped back down to the bare bones. But Amy making sure that she gets at least 1. Trade is instant.
5 as the wall allows them to get towards that site. Spike 2 go down, and still Shopify patient enough. Sarah maybe a bit too eager, but no, it's not the case. Not when Alexis is there to trade out. Still advantage with the defense here.
Petra on an island has to be careful she doesn't get caught off guard, but they are quite aggressive still here, G2. They will maintain that stalwart stance from the defense to the attack. They take the same kind of positions up, but Neuer's already found Petra, and this is where things could slowly spindle out of their control. Amy right in the midst of it. Caught in between two different angles. Mel walks straight past. She knows about the rest. First collected, but the second won't go with it.
Certainly looking to police some diplomacy, some sort of control here. Fluorescent trying to get in on the fight between the two rifles, and they'll completely obliterate it. Neuer, though, comes in to at least get the trade. And
Mel is a real possibility here, and while Rescue's lined up a TP behind her, it's Mimi that gets the first fight, and one that she cannot win.
all the way up towards Nest. Rescue trying to take on Mel.
Mel's not made her move, so they've got to know that she's baiting for someone. And finally, Neuer comes out into the open.
Taking up Aiming, they know it's B.
Rotation already started. Floor, Sarah, everybody's here. A-main gutted, like you say. It's all hands on deck to deal with the Gozen as they come in this time, and they don't get off to the best of starts. Alexis Fluorescent, a roll call of kills. Alexis finding her third before it's Mel yet again.
Circle A is Neuer, tries to hold on. The dash has been popped, knows that has to try and find at least one kill with Floor, hides in bricks. In fact, it's just going to be them out next to B main. The neural theft giving them away, in fact. Oh my god, the flag! Floor, are you kidding me?
Not one of those players who was there in Sao Paulo, brought into the battle that's ongoing between some of the best. Alexis teaches her the ropes already, put down immediately, Empress available.
If you want to use it, Petra's back on the op, and Mel dancing away, trying to deny Alexis the opportunity. Tap of the spike, baits out the peak, and Petra takes the round for G2. Sway G2 here.
Petra already up in Nest with the blades drawn. Needs to cut a hole in the defense right now, which is not showing any gaps, and Fluorescent plugs the vacuum. Mask onto the face of her own. No. Straight in through middle. Rescue getting the opening pick, but still, again, look how far the flood is. Nothing to stop the Rebels from getting on site. Mimi might, but the spike not planted, and little time left to do it.
It's up against, here we go.
It is an op, the flash onto the angle. Rescue first shot moves away. Youngest player in the tournament, but no stranger to a situation such as this.
More things change, the more they stay the same.
And even then, this is almost the best of three for Shopify, because they only need 2 maps to take it. Rescue's found it for G2 to reclaim the throne that was lost, to tie us up in the series in effect with the first map played. Petra, another shot lands, a 2-on-5, and Shopify trail.
Next flash out to try and get themselves onto the angles, but it's G2 every single time, and they'll knock them out the park flawlessly. Like it was in the last series, it is like that in this one.
If they have the chance to empower the individuals, they will. Vanya's gone through tree, so no orb picked up early, no prioritization. Mel with the shorty in the smoke, but swiftly dealt with. A swift turn of the head and shot right in the back of it.
The rest of Shopify, though, are trying to come
themselves, but 2 players through tree could be exactly that.
But they're not even going to get through the door. There's a reveal on towards Amy, but they were already known about. They will be taken out, but not before clinging on towards someone as they go in towards the depths. One more player left, and at this point you're already starting to think it is a G2 round, and Rescue will confirm it. The Prowler drifting in towards site. Sarah having to find her way into safety, a pocket to try and sit in, a layer out, but the player being taken. Spike finally getting into position, but not before G2 are up at a significant advantage.
Prowlers for both teams, quick off the mark. They highlight positions, and Fluorescent knows about Petra, but only has a point of health to play with. Needs to take the timing perfect instead on 3.
It's a splash in the pond, though, has in terms of what G2 have to work with.
Big flash Vanya, back on the angle, calling for support and getting it. Mimi combines the collateral.
Get onto the site, in this space that's been cleared by Vanya has been taken back by Shopify.
We've seen a similar punish when Petra was in the corner. The stun is at her feet, but she wins the fight on Fluorescent.
It's back in favour of Shopify, though. Dusting out, G2 fighting their way through. Still Shopify take their time. They're just walking into Amy's crosshair. They're just making it look easy. But so does Neuer, just in the last chance.
The melting point, 3 off the mound. A smoke to start, and Vanya opening it up with a flash.
Not just a flash, a prowler, rifles left, right and centre, and G2 again come out on top.
Who were quickly dead and buried.
Patience. Shopify look to investigate. Pre-clear, C mound, and there you have.
Positioning, Neuer will herself. The paint shells gets nothing.
Just using to clear out. Alexis though, gifted a free kill. Only 5 bullets to get the next, and well, won't even get to shoot one. It's Neuer already perhaps thinking about saving this rifle, although will make their way in towards the site. All of G2 look, and even a headshot profitability.
Alexis will take up the corner. Normally can find her teammate Sarah out just like that. The shot finally lands. Fluorescent 2 in the server for a 2-on-2. Spike picked back up, and play is segregated right now. It's isolated instances where Neuer is thriving, but maybe with this info use.
Finally does use it. Fakes the TP out just in case one player hasn't been hit. The bullets will though, and it's Mel onto the spike, up against Mimi in a 1 versus 1, and Mel will go even and clutches again.
Aware for Alexis and Mel, they are taking the high road towards the C site. A one-way smoke put up in their own defense, a stun to supplement Neuer from the corner, the elbow, but Petro's got the elbows out. She's taken off the gloves, a double entry, but Mel can equally respond. TP position, which could be the cloak and dagger that they need.
Taking her time to clear the angles. Rescue so deep and found out. Now Mimi from up on high isn't going to check their back and is easily picked off. It's up to Petra against Alexis! And again!
Of sorts with the blades if the A site is to be opened, because there are 3 players that wait for it and they do not fancy their chances.
Pivot straight on towards B, but it's Floor's judge that is the executioner here. The players begin to put the pressure back onto G2, but Vania finding Mel, not getting on towards Floor though, will allow the rest of Shopify to flood out into the site. Rescue left all on their lonesome.
With the names at her side, Sarah, Fluorescent, the first of which played a lot of it in those open qualifiers in NA.
Oh,
now's her chance, but it's the spam from Mel instead, straight through the smoke, 2 kills. Sarah still waiting in the wings, but when she gets of her dreams, multiple splits with Immortals into V1, and here we are now, right at the crux of it. Mimi in the middle, 2 from her, but that's all she wrote.
That flashing horn being used up.
Fluorescent close by. Mimi needs to take the timing. Paranoia in hand, and the rest of the team starting to arrive. Rescue gets the first. No trade potential. They do swing back Shopify, and it's a pinstripe kill feed, which is revealed in their advantage after finding the opener. It will carry forward, but they line up for Mimi. A 1 versus 3. Controller in the clutch. Mel around the side, and as she gets the fight first, she will. G2 22. That statistic could change quite heavily if you take away the core, so both of them not exactly a stranger to this kind of thing, and Vania, one of the youngest, has opened this up.
Yeah, bringing out the knife for the wrong opportunity, but bringing the rifles out at the right time. Sarah coming in late. It's just going to be G2 to win it out. Broken Door does so successfully.
Yeah, and this is where you see the Neon pick be so useful as well, because it's the only agent in the server right now with stunning utility, can condemn positions, but not the pop out. They're just so explosive. The Turkish acquisitions for the G2 side, both Vania and Rescue, adding the extra firepower that is required. Sarah will try and save.
Imagine that Floor will go investigating, finding.
The hunted becomes the hunter. Floor peeks out, but it's into a pack of players.
The best that EMEA has to offer against NA's best as well, has it? That's exactly what Shopify did, or version 1 at the time last year, combining the best of the best. Prime plant spot to set up Mel.
This is the thing, just as you soon expect for the spike to start ticking away, finally it goes down. The Empress
corners are bunching up, and you can see that on G2's side. Mel all the way out, just outside of the Omen. And look at this, we're seeing a player straight onto the spike. They'll deny just before the half. Neuer gone, not even got a chance to use the showstopper. You can get the players that have missed out, but that effect has gone.
Oh, Neuer had closed the gap. Her chance was there to try and take a fight, but it's swiftly gone. It's all G2 Gozen on the site right now. They are ever present and omnipotent. 13-7, they take the second, and in the effective best of 3 towards the back end of the best of 5 as well, which have already softened the Shopify side. Players waiting in the wings to get involved. G2 heavy on the mid presence, which was initially shown by the opposite team. Rescue forced to fight by herself, and fight she will. Tied.
Shopify, they just don't want any of the heat that's been put towards their back. Now forced in towards A. G2 have corralled their forces this time as and well, Shopify completely stop in their tracks. You shall not pass. Mel, 8 seconds and 1 player left. Just as you begin to wind down, Mel winds up. It's chasing cat and mouse stuff as the clock will tick out. That is insane, but it's still a G. The rest of the players here to support Mel, only on 2 HP. They do not want to give up the Viper because that would mean the wall is down permanently for this round.
Vanya has so much utility to stop them in their tracks, but it's Fluorescent from up high with an aerial assassination. Sarah in close proximity. Another
round is what Shopify are looking for. Not one to give anything else away. It's about the next round that they'll probably be looking for, especially with 5 on board.
Amy unable to recover a rifle or anything of the sort. Sits in Snowman, off angle held, ready for the players that start to move in. Kill onto Sarah, clean fight, but Fluorescent. Now Mel starting to lurk through the middle of the map. Amy with a very deep turret does spot it out.
Oh, and spotted Mel out. No more Viper for this round. No more mollies. No more wall. No more Alexis. Rescue pushed into an
to the jaws of her opponent. Quick trade. Shopify still favoured on this side of the map because the rotation hasn't come through just yet. The wall can cause an issue to dissuade, but Sarah still picking up the kills with Neuer at her side. The Killjoy mirror matchup shattered. All on Petra to be the difference maker. Game goes both ways. Shopify, Neuer calling the rest of her team to help in this endeavor. The flash comes out, as do the players. Mimi on a decent angle, but dealt with. Petra on a trade, and that's where they disengage.
Yeah, trade's going to come through Sarah here. Although it should do. It's a little bit dangerous. Overhealed up to 150, 150. The Vandal in hand.
Rough around the edges, but still not quite onto the B site. Bitted. Mel waiting to take her time, and it comes in at the opportune moment. Fluorescent, blades drawn, everything put on the line. When the chips are down, G2 have looked to step up so far, but this one may be out of their control. Alexis has got it under wraps. That's her first. Rescue dropping in, however, has made all the difference, given the numbers to the G2 side. Mel at a snail's pace slows it down. Rescue could be in for a stinker here. Mel, the other Viper player, is right beneath her. Not the first time we've seen this fight, and she says, oh, hang on a minute, another free kill? No! Rescue quicker off the mark this time, and Alexis through middle. It's a pivot on the play.
Yeah, but look at them. Shopify, they're trying to invest the site, but it's not to be advised, considering what G2 are able to do.
All on Sarah. What can she do?
Back onto the site, back onto the spike.
You are running into Shopify Rebellion site, into a brick wall. This one doesn't take you to building towards it. Shopify Rebellion now feeling a lot better about the A play, but G2 want numbers here. They're putting bodies on the line and they're dropping them in their way. Petra reaching the flank. The players through spawn, CT side, need to get to work before this has any relevance in what's going on. But finally she becomes pertinent, and with the Killjoy gone, the floodgates are open.
Yeah, you're going to start to panic on the site, but Shopify Rebellion, they will not. Injury with only 25 points of HP, using the second molly up the delay, not going to be working in their favour. The spike being halved, and Rescue just holds on towards
the cat, but Sarah Cat trying to see what she can dig her claws into. Fluorescent has drawn blades and is towards the top site here as well, but that position is short-lived. Nice couple shots out of Shopify though. That is the equalizer that they needed, but like you say, Mel's on an island, but she's dug herself out of trouble still.
It's big. Petra though, getting rid of the run it back. Alexis is still alive and available. Well, the Blaze will looks to dice up the ankles. It's the players that are being diced up themselves. Vanya now running it back them into be long. Alexis taken out by Petra, and now Vania can just hold down on the spike. Neuer trying to delay, deny, use the nano swarms, use your utility, but it's the Sheriff that they need to get to work. Shorty up close and personal. Petra!
Opponents, but goes down immediately, and with that, the B site collapses.
Big loss, Mimi going off the board, because again, just to talk about agents, Hazza, that's the Viper gone.
And as we said before, it's not just the duelists, but those around them. Rescue demands the attention for herself, however. The Blade's here to dissect for the defense, and she will. Damage dealt on Sarah. Shut down, 4 versus 2, lockdown available, and Amy ready to invest.
Easily. And now trying to Mel get the numbers back on their side, and does so. Vania gets the trade easily enough, but tees up Neuer for a chance to win out, a chance to clutch, and here it is. There goes one, but the spike being half. Nano swarm straight on, and Vania trying to find the fight. 1 versus 1. Tuck versus Dane, and it's Vania that wins it out this time. All on the lonesome, in the orb, and actually just investigating.
And this is where the penny will drop. Alexis is on the flank, spotted out. Mel taking duels by herself, but can't do it. Vanya carrying this one forward. G2 setting the tone. His flank has come back around.
On towards the spike attack. Oh, did you bait out the peaks, but they're being baked themselves.
Tailor this push around it, I should say. She will be pathing through belt, so slightly different than the usual, and there are players to fight her, but Petra goes first, jumps ahead in the queue, can't wait to seize some silverware, and Petra, again, will not stop. That's 2 kills for her on the opener, and she's got the weakest gun of the lot.
Oh, and Rescue's even jumping in. It's the Stinger to help out. The players of Shopify are trying to roll their way back into this round, but it's up to Mel.
Crescent on the Blades. No bigger raid boss to try and go up against, but already they're making inroads to the site, and a lot of ground has been covered. Finally, the fight is there, and Fluorescent is down.
Yeah, but there is a trade back forth. 4v4, the numbers remain even. A jump out from Petra, while the curveballs hit, so does all of G2's shots. All of the teammates' bodies lie on the floor, and they're left to recover this round. It has to go up against 2, and Amy's already going to cut them down. Really late towards the A side of the map.
Rotate coming in so late. Sure, you have one player towards the flank, but it's all CT. Left to her own devices. Neuer on spot. Mel will get the first, and the pick goes up. Plenty of utility in the face for this 4 versus 4. It favors G2 nonetheless. Not until Neuer has made her mark. A swift dismissal. And the spike not planted.
It's getting really claustrophobic on this site with a pit up. Not even allowed to get the spike down. You see Shopify have an answer at every avenue.
Nice wall as well from Alexis.
Until there's an engagement to be taken and won.
Maybe around the box. Fully healthy, but taken down, and the pit goes with it. Petra low! Highlighting where the possibility for a puncture is. A chip on the shoulder. A run it back of their own puts Vanya so far forward. Flash onto Sarah. Death's door, but not quite done.
Rescues is the one that is going to finish up. Stays within Shopify Rebellion's hands, but it's a spike that needs to go down as time ticks away. 20 seconds.
Not low with the lockdown. She would love to use it, and may be forced to in this situation. Petra's found her first, and she is looking for more. Molly drops in, and it kills her all. Neuer is gone in a 3 versus 2, and at the drop of a hat, G2 are in prime position to take it all home. Not unless Fluorescent has something to say.
Doesn't want to be bow down, fill the knee. 2 players from G2 are out on long, and they'll win it out. Your champions of Instalock, your Monarchs, Hazza, deny the rebellion from